my own matching cord was something I learned how to do on a Pfaff machine years ago. And I'm going to show you how to do this, how easy it is, and then I'm going to use it for our corded buttonhole video, because having matching cord to the thread is going to make it even look more perfect. So all you need to do, you could do this with other types of yarns or fibers, but we're going to do it with just regular sewing thread. So usually what I do is just take the thread from my needle, and then I'm going to pull and just kind of keep going back and forth. You can decide how thick you want it, but here's 4, 5, 6, 7. How about let's just do 8 today. So I'm going to just cut that, and then just kind of with my hands, just kind of hold all that thread together. Yeah, it's probably going to be a little wiggly, but to get it to turn into the cord I was just showing you, we're going to stitch with a zigzag. So we're on the Pfaff Creative Icon 2, and stitch number 6 reduced down. I narrowed it down here. I'll show you what I did. Was when you pick that zigzag, you don't need it that wide, so we can go ahead and narrow it down. Honestly, I was just looking at the screen going, that looks about right. Shortened it up just a little bit so it's more dense. And then just make sure you have your regular presser foot with the IDT pulled down. That's what's making this work, because we're sewing this without fabric underneath the presser foot. So I'm going to just take my cord that I've kind of just been kind of petting right now, just kind of to get it to stick to each other. Slide it underneath the presser foot, take a few stitches just to kind of get it started, and then just really next just guide it down the center of your foot. Now I don't know why, but I always feel like I should hold it out the back. I'm not pulling it. That's what actually the IDT is doing, is it's pulling it through just enough. And then you're just going to stitch over the length that you need. You could also use this for some of the small matching belt loops that might be on a dress, or a place for a sash to go through. This would be a way to get a perfectly matched. You're going to do it with the thread. This is also fun to do with variegated thread, so you can have some color going on. So if you ever need that like little bit of cord to match, to tie up anything, you can see it has a little bit of stiffness to it. And if you've never seen how a corded buttonhole is actually done, I'm going to hold the manual buttonhole foot. You see this little point in the back. I'm going to divide my cord in half, hook it on the back part of that little foot, and then you can see that the cord will be placed right in the grooves of the back of the foot, so it perfectly is guided to be the most perfect corded buttonhole. So a corded buttonhole is used when you're working on fabrics that have stretch. Usually when you pick a buttonhole, you will find that when you pick a stretch one, that it might actually ask for stabilizer there, but sometimes it might actually tell us to cord it when necessary. So there is times where cording is a recommended feature for the best buttonhole look when it's done.